Hello folks, this is an update to the Arizona Anomaly vids that I posted on YouTube previously, and this is to kind of illustrate a point. I am actually on Google Earth right here. This is Yellow Horse Trading Post in Arizona, basically in Lupton, Arizona. And the anomaly that I showed you came from this direction, roughly 3/4 of a mile to a mile down the road, that terminated at the highway, where this frontage road merged with Highway 40. What I'm going to show you here is that this particular anomaly seems to shift coming down this road right here and kind of curving. Somehow curving and ending up going down in this direction on this lower frontage road that also merges with Highway 40. I'm not exactly how sure I'm not sure how sure I am of anything at this point, but I wanted to do this update because I had not taken a trip down that other road. So we're going to re-explore this anomaly just a little bit. I've looked for every reason I can possibly find why this camera would function or malfunction the way it did. There's no reason for it. As the Google car is going in this particular direction forward, when we get to there, the anomaly begins and continues, and you can just see bits and pieces of the surrounding terrain while the camera is in motion, or while this particular movement that I'm doing with the mouse wheel shows it. And you cannot always see that, like when it's in motion, you can see the roadway partly. For some reason, you cannot see the roadway when it stops. But again, all of a sudden, backing up, we're out of it. Now, looking down this way, going one step, you're back in the anomaly. And I have no idea why that is. So, right at this particular junction, the anomaly is here. And again, the anomaly is here. Just about 20 feet, 15 feet, however long it takes for that camera to take a picture. Going back in this direction, the way the vehicle was coming, there is no anomaly. It's functional, it's normal. So we are actually seeing the back end of the car. Well, not seeing it, but as you understand, this is the car going backwards in this direction as it was moving forward in this direction until it encountered the anomaly. So whether or not and however it did go in this direction, I don't imagine it turned down this street, but for some reason the anomaly does continue. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the anomaly once again, and then when you go I'm guessing 50 to 75 feet down this street, all of a sudden the anomaly's gone. I've gone up here. The anomaly does not continue up this particular road. And there we are. There's the intersection. Right back into it. And there's some very, very unusual shapes and things that are in this particular anomaly that are just truly unexplainable. They just don't exist. There's some very distinct three-dimensional shapes, like this thing here. It looks like a planet. In fact, a lot of these things are three-dimensional in nature. They're holes. They don't belong there. And this car was in motion for this particular anomaly to just show up and then disappear literally in an instant at these various places is just tremendously unusual to me. So anyway, we're going to head down here back into the anomaly and headed towards Lupton, Arizona, which is barely a mile down the road. But as you can see, this particular anomaly seems to curve. It curves into that one intersection almost like the rivulets of water down a windshield, almost randomly. And okay, and here we're coming to some very unusual anomalies. Remember, the sun is behind us, and we're going to hit a big patch of sunlight right there in the middle of the road. You can see the roadway just through whatever haze or fog this is. There is nothing there. And I have checked this on Google Earth, going up to exit Street View. Check it out. There's nothing there. Nothing can be seen of this anomaly from the sky. So, again, we have this, something very unusual up here. This is a three-dimensional thing up in this area. I have no idea what it is. You can check this all out yourself. All the coordinates you need are right there. This is a little bit beyond the veil, my friends, and I have no idea what this is about. It is just truly the most unusual thing I've ever seen on Google Earth by far, and that's why I'm documenting it. These pictures are, of course, I'm assuming they're digital pictures. Came out in 2008. I believe they had digital photography. These are also 360-degree photographs. What's very interesting is there's an awful lot of very unusual black shapes that seem to be in motion. That's, to me, is I don't even know what to make of that. It's terrifying in a way when you think of how many people vanish into thin air, and they can be heard yelling, calling for help in a certain area, but they can't be seen. And they can only be heard for a certain amount of time. A lot of what I'm looking at here, and I've looked at them for many, many hours, these pictures, all of a sudden you'll see like a sun here. And again, the sun is behind the camera right here, and yet there is some very distinct light source that I cannot explain. Anyway, we'll be coming here towards the where this on-ramp, this frontage road connects with Highway 40, and pretty soon this is going to disappear, and all of a sudden it's going to be normal again, just out of the blue. And now when I go back down the highway, not following back from the direction I just came in, you'll see that there is nothing unusual at all. Just a whole lot of normal sunshine and daylight, but for some reason, heading back down, excuse me here, well, it doesn't want to let me go back up there. There we go. Going back up the frontage road, again, we're confronted with the anomaly. So, what does this mean? I have no idea. But this is really worth documenting, considering, I've read, hundreds of unusual, it's thousands of unusual reports of people's experiences and disappearing, and of course, all the movies that have to do with these things. And sometimes fiction plays a very, very strong part of what seems to actually be happening to people, at least in terms of what it resembles. I don't have a clue what I'm looking at here. We're going in towards the sunshine again, heading up to the intersection, and again, boom, we're at the crossroads here, back to right back in the anomaly, and the weird three-dimensional planet-type shapes that don't belong there, and it almost looks like a world that is being created, like it's a very primal world. And now we have spheres here, spheres up here. No idea what this means, but boom, one more inch on the mouse wheel and maybe another 15 feet. It's nothing. Remember, this car was in motion constantly. It may have stopped briefly for lights or whatever, but what I'm showing is something truly anomalous, and I'd like to think that my decades of research and all the various crazy-ass stuff that I've witnessed and studied, that this is truly telling me that we have something here that defies rational explanation. I appreciate you watching this. And check it out yourself. I think you'll be pretty amazed at what you find.